Okay, so I talk about shear stress. Shear stress here. Actually, the spelling is interesting. I thought I was believing this is SHEER, but this was incorrect. So, oops. So, shear stress. SHEAR. Shear stress. Okay. So the magnitude of the tangential component S of the traction vector on any plane may be computed as this way. It's pretty much. How do you do this? You can consider some vector, I think. You consider, so this is a plane, then you have vector like this, which we call sigma, for example. Sigma is a vector. Then there is a normal direction. Yeah. So this first one is it is like length, right? Length. Then this one is projection. See? Okay, so there is a normal direction. Then there is a projection. This is like a projection to this. So this thing is this square. This square is this length square, right? The first one is the this length square, and the second one is this length square. So what we obtain is the here this length. So we obtain this length square. This is called S square. Okay. On the principal planes NK, we have this. In principal plane, tangential component is 0 because sigma vector is parallel to normal vector. Yeah. Thus, there is no shear stress on the principal planes. To obtain the principal plane on which shear stress is stationary, it is convenient to obtain the plane on which shear stress is stationary. It is convenient to use a new coordinate system with its axis oriented along the principal directions. In this system, the stress matrix can be written as this. Okay, so where we have used notation, sigma I is sigma superscript I on any arbitrary plane with normal n. The traction vector has a simple expression. How do we do this? It's complicated. Simple. Any arbitrary plane with normal n. Yeah, now you have this. I think you have plane like this. This plane and this plane and this plane. So like 1, 2, 3. This is principal plane, right? And any plane you can express using this way. N1, E1, N2, E2, plus N3, E3. This way you can express any plane. Then sigma, this sigma is a more like force. Yeah, force. This sigma do you remember? I think what we had is like this. Sigma I, for example, is sigma ij n j. I forgot. What was that? Sigma. This way. Okay, sigma ij ej. Sigma whatever n is sigma ij ej, and there is ni. Yeah. So then this part is now like diagonal. So you have obtained this one. The shear stress on this plane becomes hard to understand. Let me see. Shear stress. This one is okay. This one is just sigma n dotted sigma n. You have like here sigma n. So you just need a square of this length. The other thing is this projection. If you have n here, so this should be like n. I don't get this one. What is this? N dotted with sigma n, right? N dotted with sigma n. then square. Isn't this like this square? And dotted with sigma n. So we have to consider n dotted with sigma n. So this is more or less n1 square sigma 1, n2 square sigma 2, n3 square sigma 3, right? Is there any magic? N square sigma 1 square n ny ny. I don't know. I think this should be this. Okay, let me write it again. To clarify, let me write again. See, this part should come from this. N dotted with sigma I. Or sigma n, I'm sorry. Sigma n. Yeah? So then n is n1 e1 plus n2 e2 plus n3 e3, right? Then sigma n is this. So then my question is n dotted with sigma n, shouldn't it be ni square sigma I square? So we should have square, I think. Let me ask Professor Na if he can answer this question. Okay, so then I come back to you. Okay, stop.